Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of the Luxury Home Show. Today, we're here at 2336 Winter Sun in Palm Springs, California. We are here in the exclusive guard-gated community of Desert Palisades, and this is a really amazing community because it was developed and designed to be home to only hillside architecturally significant homes. And for example, there are homes in here by some legendary award-winning architects, including Al Beadle, Ray Cappy, Woods and Dangarin, and this home behind me was designed by another amazing architect, a woman named Jill Lewis, who's an architect based out of the Bay Area. And as you'll see, it is a Japanese-inspired mid-century modern with so many interesting elements and textures that really bring the outside and inside together in this incredibly harmonious way. Behind me you have this vertical board form concrete, and then above it, the wood exterior is actually a burnt Japanese cypress. It's called Shoshugiban, and that's the best Japanese I can do, but it gives the house this sort of masculine feel that again really ties in the elements of the harsh exterior and the polished interior, which you'll see in a moment when we go inside. But it takes in also the elements of the natural desert, these big boulders that have been here for probably eons, and incorporates that into part of your landscape and your living and your view in just the most bespoke way. Before we go inside, I also want to point out that you have this very generous motor court, and behind me is a spacious two-car garage, and it has this really cool pounded black matte metal that has this texture on it that almost kind of ties in the fascia around the rest of the house, because again, everything was done with such intention. Another cool feature, simple as it looks, is this rain chain. For one, you don't see it very often. Two, it's economically efficient. And three, again, it's just a cool design that ties in everything else. And when it rains, which doesn't happen a whole lot out here in the desert, it gives off this really calming sound, very peaceful, very tranquil, much like the setting that we're in. But let's go inside because that's really the gem that I want to show you guys. Approaching the front door, one of the things you'll notice is all of the native landscape that they brought into this home, right? Everything feels super authentic to the surrounding. In fact, the surrounding gets incorporated as one of the architectural elements and one of the artistic elements of the home. Behind me, we have this single pane, single pivot glass door, which again just creates this great opening and viewing into the home, once again bringing the outside in. So when you first come into the house, this ground level actually sits below the main level of the house that has your living room, your kitchen, the bedrooms, etc. But down here, one of the things that I want to point out first is this art feature for a moment. So this is basalt, which is a lava rock, and it has real intention behind it. It's known in Japanese as what's called a shoji gate, and it's meant to create the separation between the outside and the inside. Also downstairs, there is a gym over here. There's an elevator right off the access from the garage, and let's go upstairs and see more. Okay, here we are now in the heartbeat of the home, the kitchen, the dining room. This is where everything ties together. The elements in here are so refined and so elegant. So first you have this Taj Mahal stone as a countertop. The wood you see is a French white oak. We have these beautiful porcelain floors. This is actually a hemlock wood, not something you see very often, that's set in this tongue and groove pattern. There are motorized glass sliding doors on both sides. It creates this great breezeway where you get some really nice sort of cross breezes that come through here, views out both sides. It's just an incredible design. And then behind here, you have a back kitchen, also known as the chef's kitchen or a prep kitchen. In other words, it's where you can go make your mess and not have to have the guests see it. And then behind me further, you have your powder room and just a really cool media room, right? This is your TV room, your lounge room. Again, the windows pick up the views on both sides. One of the features that you'll see throughout the home, there's views quite literally from every different space. The wood from the ceiling carries over into, again, this architectural element, but still allowing you some views of the big, beautiful boulders below. Let's carry on this way. Okay, heading towards the living room. First of all, this is limestone on the walls, not to be missed. Really cool bar right here, super sexy. I love that little space. And this, the formal living room, is epic. So first of all, this is a Tuscan marble called Calcutta, and the intention behind this was to bring in the different colors of the surrounding landscape. So as you look around, you'll see all of these cool sort of earth tones that are representative in this marble. And then this space, which again captures these unbelievable views looking out to the valley floor. So this is the bedroom wing, but first check out this, again, this cool picture window. And as you can see the architecture as it sort of converges together here and gives these peekaboo views. They literally thought of everything, forgive the pun, in a setting filled with boulders, but they literally left no stone unturned in the design of this, even this hallway and the way that it's just filled with glass that brings in a different view, a view of the San Jacinto Mountains that I'll talk about in a little bit when we go outside. But let's start here. This is bedroom number 1. This bedroom we are showcasing as an office, but it certainly can function as a bedroom as well. All of the bedrooms are en suite. All of them are going to be north facing, so they're going to have views of the valley floor. And they're all done in a very simple, elegant way. Again, carrying through the porcelain, the white oak. In the bathroom, you have more of the limestone and Taj Mahal, and that's really it. Those are the elements that make up this home, and that's all you need. Homes that get too busy, you get sort of lost in it. The classic, timeless homes that will age effortlessly are the ones that are simple and understated and elegant, like this one. Okay, going into bedroom number 2 here. Again, very simple design, walk-in closet. I love the way the furniture brings in the kind of cool, eclectic vibe of Palm Springs and the earth tones of the natural surroundings. Okay, here we are, bedroom number 3. Again, similar design, similar elements. The only difference in this one is that you have this cool work area, maybe a home workstation, maybe a workstation, but again, south-facing views, beautiful design. But let's go see the primary. All right. The primary bedroom, this is really special. First, you get views out both sides. The view from the bed is extraordinary. I mean, look behind you at the view you get from your bed when you wake up in the morning, looking out at these towering, majestic mountains and this landscape with these big boulders. It's unbelievable. I mean, it's a mesmerizing view. And then just such an elegant design here. You have these closets that line the back wall, additional walk-in closet over here, and the bathroom is basically like a hotel spa. Again, same sort of elements, Calcutta marble, limestone, simple, tasteful. You bring back in more limestone in this dual-sided walk-in shower, soaking tub overlooking the view. I mean, you have privacy from your neighbors, and you have the view of the entire valley. I don't know what more you can ask for. Saving the best for last, this is truly my favorite part. This outside landscape and the design that they did is exquisite. So again, I want to point out the burnt Japanese cypress, right? Again, called Sho Sugiban, which is the art of bringing the outside in, and the way it complements and creates that two-tone element with the hemlock wood, I think is extraordinary. Then you have these nicely sort of offset pavers with the natural gravel. This pool is sensational. This is what's called a Lochner's Edge, which is named after the legendary famous architect John Lochner, and it creates that really cool zero edge effect. You get out of the pool, you walk across here, you have this great spa area, and then you're looking up to the San Jacinto Mountains, which tower 11,000 feet above you. It's actually one of the tallest peaks along this mountain ridge that runs all the way from here down to Cabo. So just one of these sort of iconic elements of Southern California being brought into the design and the landscape and the view. Speaking of which, all the way behind me, you have these snow-covered mountaintops, and that's actually Big Bear right there. So from here in the desert, you could be skiing or snowboarding in probably 90 minutes, right? And that's kind of Southern California. You could be surfing in the morning, you could be skiing in the afternoon. Up here, you get this great view looking down at the house, all the way through the house across to the valley floor. This house is not only a feat of architectural design, but also of engineering. It's not easy to build a home that is set in this kind of landscape with these big boulders. First of all, just trying to get the boulders out of here takes a Herculean effort, but also because we're on this sort of natural hillside, the water flows down this hill underneath the house and out to the street. We're actually on a bridge right now. This bridge spans over the natural rocks beneath us, and then those carry the water all the way out to the street. And you could just sit out here with an afternoon cocktail, because when the sun goes down behind those mountains, the view just turns all these extraordinary colors of pink and orange and red, and it's just gorgeous. So thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Luxury Home Show. For more tours and homes like this, please make sure to subscribe. Once again, my name is John Grauman from the Grauman-Rosenfeld Group at the agency. I'll see you on the next one.
Hey Luxury Home Show, I'm Sam Palmer from the agency, and welcome to our oceanfront gem in the heart of Malibu. And you could literally hear a pin drop here. It is the most calm, tranquil place. Now, I play tennis, I love tennis, and I don't think there's many better than this. And this almost feels like you're in a complete different destination here.